Hey everyone, this is Darren Bousman. You're watching Trailers from Hell, and we are going to look at one of my favorite sci-fi films, arguably one of the greatest sci-fi films ever made, the Ridley Scott epic neo-noir cyberpunk thriller Blade Runner. Let's take a look at the trailer. This is an extremely hard movie for me to talk about, probably because I can sit here for the next 3 straight hours and not even scratch the surface on the impact this had on not only me, but for the sci-fi genre and I think filmmaking in general. The movie was based on a Philip K. Dick short story, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, from a screenplay by David Peoples and Hampton Fancher. The film was released in 1982, and it opened to mixed reviews, and kind of shockingly, it was an extreme failure at the box office. It was released the same time as E.T., John Carpenter's The Thing, Star Trek II, and it kind of just got lost in this summer of amazing sci-fi films. However, over the next 25 years, this would be a film that, though it failed and was met with less than perfect reviews, would be studied and picked apart and re-released countless times over. And for me, it's a movie that every time I see it, I notice something new. It's so layered that I'm constantly seeing new things, picking up on new themes, and kind of rethinking the opinions of what the film is really about. But for starters, it's a gorgeous looking film with an amazing production design from Lawrence G. Paul and cinematographer Jordan Cronenweth. It's pretty mind-blowing that this movie was made before the advent of CGI, so all these visual effects we're looking at here were done with miniatures, matte paintings, double and sometimes triple exposing the negative. And it gives this futuristic world a level of authenticity that you don't really see in modern cinema, and for me as a film goer, made everything believable, like I was immediately immersed in this world. It's so layered. You can look at a shot and you always notice things that you didn't notice in the previous viewing. And I think that that's a true cinematic experience. Ridley Scott just completed Alien before doing this film and actually turned the script down numerous times. He was actually attached at the time to direct Dune. There was another director attached to the project. Funnily enough, it was Robert Mulligan, who probably is most well known for To Kill a Mockingbird. And at that time, the script was quite different. Eventually, Mulligan left the project, and they represented the script to Scott, who this time accepted it and really opened the scope of the movie. Now here we are some 20 years after the fact, and it's scary to see how much of the predicting that this film did is actually come true. The overpopulation, the Big Brother kind of mentality, it's definitely a movie that's withstood the test of time. But you really can't talk about Blade Runner without talking about the music by Vangelis and this extremely futuristic neo-noir score that's been copied and reproduced numerous times. The score itself becomes a character with the movie. What also is kind of weird and crazy and awesome to see is becoming this ever-changing work of art. It seems like every 5 or 10 years a new version of the film is released. Currently, there are like 7 different versions of this film. What's most notable is not the multiple releases, because that's commonplace. Every director releases a new movie and it may have 10 seconds of more footage in it, but not this. This movie changes the theme, the tone, the complete overall reaction each edit. Heated debates over various story arcs have kind of consumed the audiences, probably more so than any other film outside of Star Wars, which in turn has led to more subsequent releases of the movie.
Commerce is our goal here at Tyrell. More human than human is our motto.